In our last video for today, we're going to look at this word problem with the picture below. It says an interior decorator is going to remodel a kitchen. The wall above the stove and the counter is going to be redone as shown. Above the stove is going to be a tiled area, which is a total of 12 square feet. And above the counter is a total of 24 square feet, and that's going to be papered. The owners can spend no more than $420. So we're going to let X be this cost per square foot of the wallpaper, and Y be the cost per square foot of the tiles. So if we think about this a little bit, if we think about the paper first, cost of each square foot is X dollars. We're not sure how much that is. So if we were papering 1 square foot, that would be X dollars. If we were papering 2 square feet, that would be 2 times X. 3 square feet, 3 times X, and so on. Well, we're wallpapering 24 square feet. So the total cost of wallpaper would be 24 times X. And then we're also adding to that the total cost of the tiles, which is Y dollars per square foot. And we have 12 square feet of that. So that's going to be 12 times Y. And the total that the owners can spend is $420. Could they only spend $400? Sure. Can they spend $421? No. So the amount they spend has to be less than or equal to $420. So then we are going to graph this inequality. Here's X, and here's Y. And so since this is in standard form, the first thing we're going to do is graph that boundary line by finding those X and Y intercepts. So to find the x-intercept, we're going to take out the y. So we have 24x equals 420. So 420 divided by 24, that x-intercept is 17.5. So what that means is that if the tile that they picked out cost $17.5, that means they have to get the paper costs $17.5. That means they have to get the tiles for free in order to meet their budget. That's what that x-intercept means. Now, to find the y-intercept, we take out the x. We'll take 420 divided by 12, which would be 35. Which means that if they found wallpaper for free, then they could spend up to $35 on the tile. $35 per square foot. So that's going to be a solid line. And for the shaded region, again, we can pick the point 0, 0. If 0, 0 makes this true, we would shade here, in this little triangle here, because it doesn't make sense to have a negative cost. That's why we're only looking at the first quadrant. If 0, 0 makes that inequality false, then we'll be shading up here. So, to plug in 0 and 0, is 0 plus 0 less than or equal to 420? Yes. So our shaded region is down here. And then to answer part C, you can pick any points either on this line or down here. Now, one thing I will comment on, and I'll leave C up for you to answer. You should be able to answer part C on your own. Just pick any points with in this shaded region that would make this inequality true. One thing I will comment on though, any points that you pick on this line, that maximizes their budget. That gets them to the full $420. Anything in here below this line, they will then have money left over. Any point you pick, any costs that are on that boundary line, maximizes their budget. They're spending all of the $420. Any points down in here, they will then have some money left over. They won't spend it all. So I'm leaving part C up to you. Just go ahead and pick 3 combinations of costs for tile and for wallpaper that will satisfy that budget. So I'm just going to leave that up to you. I will check to make sure that you have that done tomorrow when you come to class.